And speaking of the U.S., the Secretary of State is in Russia. And the Russian President Vladimir Putin has told U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo that he had a telephone conversation with U.S. President earlier this month. That conversation convinced him to think that the relations between the two nations are improving. Putin met Mike Pompeo in Sochi amid Russia-U.S. tensions over election meddling, Venezuela and Ukraine. Pompeo is the first top U.S. official to visit Russia after the Mueller investigation report came out. The leaders voiced hope for better ties. They discussed the Mueller report, the progress in Syria and North Korea. They agreed that the two nations have the same goals on North Korea and Syria. They also discussed the Mueller report.
Надеюсь, что сегодня ситуация меняется и интересы общие в сфере сохранения стратегической стабильности, нераспространения оружия массового уничтожения, разрешения региональных кризисов, борьба с организованной преступностью, борьба за решение экологических проблем, с бедностью в мире, с другими угрозами современными.
After the meeting, the Kremlin said Putin is open to meeting Trump at G20 summit if he receives a formal invitation for such an encounter. The Kremlin aide said that Putin's meeting with Pompeo did not yield a major breakthrough.
Госсекретарь сослался на заинтересованность президента Трампа встретиться с нашим президентом в Осаке. Это было сказано. И мы сказали, что для нас мы готовы к любому контакту. Мы можем на ногах переговорить с президентом Трампом, можем сесть для более обстоятельной беседы. Все зависит от того, как настроятся наши американские партнеры. Мы этот сигнал уже подхватили и готовы обсуждать конкретику.
Pompeo tweeted after the meeting, he said, and I quote, "Today's meetings were a positive step forward. U.S. and Russia have demonstrated in the past that we can cooperate on key international issues. We urge Russia to work with U.S. to change the trajectory of the relationship for the benefit of both nations." Now, earlier in the day, Pompeo met the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has warned Russia that the U.S. will not tolerate any meddling into its upcoming 2020 elections. The visit also comes amid heightened tensions between the U.S. and Iran in the Persian Gulf. The U.S. has increased deployment in the region, but Pompeo said that the country was not seeking a war with Iran. Meanwhile, Lavrov urged Iran to respect American interests in West Asia.